Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. Right, so we're going to look at the astrology for 2026 for Leo, Virgo, Libra and Scorpio. And also we're going to look at the oracle cards, do a quick tarot reading and do a dice reading. So what I do is I've picked for 2026, I've picked the planets Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus for your 2026. And it's all about you actually evolving as a person in 2026, and that's why I've picked those particular planets. Right, so let's have a look at Leo. So if you're a rising sign Leo, it's going to resonate more with rising sign Leos, but it does fit in with sun sign Leos as well. I mean, some astrologers say the moon sign, but I disagree with that. Right, so let's have a look. So with Leo for 2026, Saturn is in Pisces still in January. So the year opens up with you sorting out shared finances, getting rid of emotional entanglements and anything that's been weighing you down. But when Saturn moves into Aries on the 14th of February, you seem to, like, the light's been switched on. You know, it lights you up. You're suddenly thinking bigger. You're dreaming further about future opportunities. And what Saturn does, it pushes you to expand your world. So you could be travelling, studying, teaching, exploring, or even committing to a long-term relationship or something that you've wanted in your life, and you're committing to that. So you're building a future that actually excites you. So Jupiter, that spends the first half of the year in Cancer. So I mean, that works out where you're feeling more stronger with your intuition and emotional resilience as well. So you're sort of connecting to your deeper self. You're healing from the inside and out. So that's all good for you. But it will go into your own sign in the summer. So that's even better for you. Because whatever you've been putting into practice or thinking about putting into practice in the first 6 months of the year, it's finally happening in the summer. And with Uranus, it continues to shake up your career, so you're stepping into your authentic professional identity, and you're finding your own lane in life as well with career. And then you've got, by the end of the year, your fire seems to return, and especially with the Jupiter being in Leo, your fire returns and your confidence and your creativity. So by the end of the year, you're stepping into your own spotlight again. So looks all good for Leo. Right, so we'll have a look at the oracle cards and then jump into the tarot. So what have we got for Leo Leo sun or rising sign. Right, so we've got the oracle card, have faith. So whatever you set out to do in 2026, have that faith that it's all going to work out by the end of the year. Right, let's have a look at the tarot. This is for Leo, sun or rising sign. If you don't know your rising sign, you can email me. It's all on my website, the email, not website, YouTube, it's all on there. Right, what we got coming in for Leo. Yeah, like what I was saying, your fire's going to come back. Look, first card that came out, Ace of Wands. Because when Jupiter is in Leo, your fire comes back. I'm also getting someone being attracted to you as well, but they're not coming forward. I think they're stalking you. You could be dealing with a air sign, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. It's like they're stalking you, watching you. It might even be around your neighbourhood, hiding around the corner and all that. See if you come out, see what you're doing. But if you come out, they run a mile. Yeah, so they're not coming forward. And they could lose out on you. Some of you could be dealing with other fire signs, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Why are they watching you? Why are they stalking? It's like they're not coming forward. They're very attracted to you. Why aren't they coming forward? You might not even want them to come forward. Yeah, it's definitely an air sign, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. They've got fantasies of being in a relationship with you. It's like they feel they've got strong feelings for you, but they're scared in coming forward. I think they may start having the courage, but I don't think they're going to have the courage until we get into the summer. They may feel you've got other love options, and that's why they're stalking you, to see if they can see you with anyone. And once they know that you're not with anyone, that's when they come forward, but it might not be until the summer. Right, let's have a look at the dice. So the number 1 is going to be important to you, and a Scorpio is going to be significant to you. They're very intense emotionally. So I think that's somebody that's coming in. Let's just pull a few cards on that person, because I don't think it's this one, because they're coming up as an air sign. Tell us about the Scorpio person. Okay, it's coming up with that air sign. Right, it's a younger Scorpio. It's not the air sign. So you've got an opportunity for a relationship with a Scorpio. They're younger than you. And you could actually go into a relationship with them because it's showing a solid, happy relationship. So I think that other one's going to leave it too late. Right, so let's have a look at Virgo. So this is for Virgo sun and rising sign. So Virgo 2026, Saturn obviously is still in Pisces in January. So January, relationships is the focus for you. You're looking at who supports you in relationships, who drains you in relationships, and what you feel the balance is that you actually need in a healthy relationship. So you're working all that out. So that month January is the month for clarity. You're actually seeing people as they are, not as you have hoped they would be. So when Saturn moves into Aries on the 14th of February, this is where you start taking your emotional boundaries very seriously. You're not carrying other people's baggage anymore. So Saturn is actually helping you, because it's in Aries, it's helping you to reclaim your energy back and your emotional independence. And it just seems to be a turning point. But also I was getting it's like I think you've kind of backed off from people because you may have felt is this person going to just be the same as these other draining people? So you may have missed out on an opportunity with somebody. Right, so and then we've got Jupiter in Cancer for the first half of the year. So this is going to be good for you socially. So you're going to be going out and about socially, attracting better people, better connections, and who are more supportive, and a friendship could get quite deep and go into a love relationship. So you're going to be a bit more open to actually go into a love relationship. So with Uranus, that's actually going to be expanding your world. So I think you're going to be sort of travelling more, study, opportunity, and like new experiences coming in. And you sort of like, you've outgrown old limitations. You're now open to love relationships, where before you weren't really open to love relationships. And you just come out of it, 2026, a lot more stronger, a lot more wiser, and less burdened by other people. Right, so let's have a look at the oracle card for you. Oracle card for Virgo. Right, we've got someone wild coming in, because I don't think it's you, Virgo. It's somebody that's coming in that's a bit wild. But we'll look in the tarot for that. I've never known a Virgo to be wild, so let's see who's coming in. Right, who's coming in, or whatever comes up, really, for Virgo? What does Virgo need to know? Yeah, you mean you've felt restricted with people, negative situations with people. I think there's people that haven't kind of like let you go, but they've been toxic at the same time. This is your wild person coming in. They're very attractive. They're coming up as a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But there's going to be somebody in the background, though, a past person that's going to be actually jealous of the connection with this fire sign that you connect with. So they could cause a fight or a problem if they find out about this fire sign. But you're putting an end to that past connection anyway, and you're going with this. I'll show you. You're going with the fire sign. Look. Although they're coming up wild, you're actually going to feel that's a positive thing, because they're also actually stable and balanced. You're going to be very attracted to them. And this is what you've been dealing with in the past. Negative, draining energies, jealous people, people up against you. That's what you've been dealing with, and that's coming all to an end. Right, let's have a look at the dice. So the number 10 is going to be significant. The North Node, so you're going to meet your soulmate twin flame. And we're getting Leo, the person who's got Leo in their chart. Right, so let's have a look at Libra now. Right, so Libra rising or sun sign Libra for 2026. So with Saturn in Pisces in January, so you're actually going to feel more practical, more grounded than you usually are. And it's more to do with actually sorting out routines, health, work rhythms, that sort of thing. Anything that's out of balance, you're trying to get the balance back into your life. So, I mean, it could be something like having a good clear out of your home, you know, that type of thing. Decorating, making things look nice in the home. It's also a month of getting your life in order without any sort of like pressures, so you're doing it in your own time, and you get clarity from that. So when Saturn moves into Aries on the 14th of February, you're not putting up with people's shit anymore. You've had enough. People have used you for many, many years, and you're putting up these boundaries now. You're not taking it anymore. So you're not putting up with the shit anymore. So your life's going to actually get a lot smoother because of that. And you're actually choosing people in your life that are equal, supportive, and that can actually meet you, who you are as a person. Because you've just been, over the years, you've just been used and abused, basically. Right, so, and also with the Saturn in the Aries, that will actually bring in someone mature for you. So you're not going to have to put up with like childish behaviour, inconsistent patterns. You're going to have someone that's actually mature for a change. Because you're just not entertaining anyone immature. You're having mature connections. You know, meaningful connections as well. So, the real ones will deepen the connections, and the weak ones, they will just fall away at the wayside. You're not dealing with them anymore. So with Jupiter in Cancer for the first half of the year, that's lifting your career and your public life. So, I mean, if you've got anything to do with social media, that's going to take off. But whatever career you do, it is going to take off. You're going to be in the public eye in some way. You're more visible. So again, it could be social media. You're going to be more respected, supported professionally. Opens up all new opportunities for career. And you feel like you're finally moving upwards instead of sideways. And it's a sort of a soft but powerful rise. So it's good. So, and then Uranus, that's keeping you transforming your deeper emotional world. So your life's going to be less chaotic, more liberating. That's coming more around this like the summertime. And again, you are letting go of old attachments. You're not dealing with people that use you anymore. You're not dealing with the old patterns with people. You're not holding back anymore. You're going for what you believe in. So I'd say by the time we get to I think you'll meet somebody mature in the summer, relationship-wise. And then by the time we get to the end of the year, you're standing beside your partner, your life partner. Balanced, honest person, in line, to who you are as a person. That's what that's what you need, that's what you want. So that's all good for Libra. Right, so let's have a look at the oracle cards. What we've got coming in for Libra. Sun or rising sign Libra. Yeah, look. Self-love. That's what's happening this year. You love yourself, and now you're going to bring in the mature partner. Right, so let's have a look at the tarot. New person could possibly be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. Very strong personality, very mature, emotional connection. Some of you could meet them through a work connection, or either their work or your work, or alongside each other. Some of you could be dealing with earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that's coming in, but it's a mature partner. You can set up a life together. So that's all looking good. Right, let's do the dice. So it could be a Cancerian. They're what I call the Neptune partner. So they're very intuitive. They're very emotionally connected to spiritual things. So they're going to, if you're spiritual, they're going to believe in what you believe in. And the number 4 is going to be significant, important. Right, let's have a look at Scorpio now. Also, there could be a reconciliation with someone from the past that's been immature but has matured as well. So that could be coming in for Libra as well. Right, so let's have a look at Scorpio. So we've got the Saturn in Pisces in January. So this is quite soft for you. So you're going to be more sort of like creative and good emotionally. You're sort of more emotionally tuned into people. You're connecting to people that lift you up, pleasure, and parts of yourself. You can push yourself forward into better connections. Whereas before, previous years, it's been heavy going with people. It's a much more gentle start to the year, and you actually feel sort of more alive. It's a good feeling. So when Saturn moves into Aries on the 14th of February, that's kind of like shifting your day-to-day daily life for the better. So you're no longer restricted to do things. So you've got like a better routine, health, work habits, putting up boundaries. You're more disciplined with people, more organised as well. You're more protective of your energy. So if you want to do something, you're just gonna do it without asking for permission from anyone. And then you just feel more sort of empowered. It's a good energy. You feel protected. You're sort of taking control of your life, your time you spend, So with Jupiter, that's in Cancer for the first 6 months of the year. So that's going to open up your world. You're travelling more, study, new experiences, new beliefs. It's expanding your world. You're seeing life from a wider perspective. It feels more refreshing. You're not stuck in old emotional loops anymore. Uranus is shaking your relationships up, so you feel a bit more in control with your relationships. They're not going to be hard work anymore, because over the past few years you've felt relationships have been quite hard work, and they get a lot easier. So you're choosing people who actually give you freedom, independence, honesty, emotional clarity, and you're done with intensity, with connections, that don't feel clean. You want a clean cut connection. By the summer you're feeling a lot lighter, more in control, and by the end of the year you're standing in a version of yourself, balanced and less weighed down by the past. Right, so let's have a look at Scorpio Oracle card. Actually, we got two that jumped out, so we got rejection and sexual arts. Let's have a look in the tarot to see what that could be. Right, that jumped out. I've got a feeling whoever you're connected with, someone is after your partner. And you're worried that you might be rejected by your partner, but don't worry about it. That's not going to happen. I mean, although this person's showing that they're going to try and get your partner, they will not succeed. So you're actually going to be happy with your partner more so this year, because I think over the years it's been quite difficult. It's been hard work with love relationships the last few years. Yeah, it could be a water sign that's after your, or even a fire sign that's after your partner. It could be even both. But they're not going to succeed. They're actually quite clingy as well, so that would put your partner off straight away. But you're going to be proposed to. You're going to get married to this person. Could even be the end of 2026. You get married. Right, let's do the dice. Right, so we've got Aquarius. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, number 5. And we're getting the Mercury partner, so they're good at communication. You're going to be able to communicate well with them, especially this year. So I think the Mercury is going to be important for you this year. So you're going to be able to express yourself more, and they're going to be able to express themselves more, you know, in a better light. Right, so this is going to be in 3 parts. So I'll do, next one I'll do, so I've done Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. So it'll be Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces next. Take care, bye for now.